we all doing? I hope we're all doing fantastic. Yeah, today is not too bad of a morning compared to the last couple of days, but you know, it's what are we gonna do, right? Just the way it is. That's what we're gonna do, and that's how it goes. I'll wait a few minutes and try to get my act together, myself kind of set up a little bit, and wait till some people start to half-ass roll in. Well, people are already starting to join on TikTok. Thank you very much. People are already starting to come in on YouTube. All right, thanks. Good. Well, yeah. I know. Look what the cat drug in, right? I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Last couple of days have been kind of tough. I had when I did the honeydew list, I threw my back out a little bit, so I've been resting, take Tylenol, and doing all the other stuff. And you know, the only other good thing there too is a heating pad. The heating pad does very good on the back and whatever else. That always does fantastic. So today, I wanted to see. These are the spinner blades. As the title says, I want to try cutting out some of these. Now, I did do one already off camera, and it actually wasn't all that bad. Last couple of days hurting, but getting better now. Definitely getting better. That's why I haven't been on the last couple of days. But definitely getting better. The aspirins always kick in. You know, not aspirins, Tylenol. They always kick in real good. So that always makes everything a lot better. All right, get a little warm. All right, there we go. Yeah, getting a little warm. So today, I want to try cutting these out, or show everybody how you can actually cut your own stuff out. The stuff that I'm using is basically just tin snips. It's not the right tin snips for this, but they do work. That's just to prove to you that they do work. It does take a little bit of time to actually get things moving, but they do work, and they actually do work pretty good. Not too bad. It's not like 100%. Hey, Remington, how you doing? Thanks for everybody on TikTok for stopping in. I appreciate you guys. But here's the blades. So this is a commercially made blade. This is one I actually cut out before I started going live. So I want to cut another one of these, which I already have it pretty much outlined. And this is pretty thick stuff. It's not, you know, the thinnest, and it's, you know, oh, what the hell is that? It's tin. And so you can actually use tin snips to actually cut tin. Are these the right tin snips? No. Because there are other tin snips that you use, say, there are other tin snips that you use to make the curvatures of what these are. These are mainly just for straight. And what I mean by straight is just you taking them and you making just a straight cut. And then it comes off. And that makes just a straight cut all the way around. So using these to form a circle, kind of, you know, but it can be done. So since I got this one already, I guess rounded out, I'm gonna go try and cut that out, and we'll see how it actually works out. And if I do better on this one, then we'll make some more other designs, because I do need some templates for me to actually want to start making my own blades. Yes, it is true that when you make them out like this, they're flat. So I will have to do something else to make them curvature or semi-curvature, just like it would be for, I guess, well, maybe not, because that one's just flat too. That one didn't even have any curvature to it. None. The Zippo. Absolutely none. It's just, all right. Maybe I'll just leave it flat. I like that. Good thing I saw that, huh? So, I do want to do, I guess, the three main ones. I guess it's the Colorado ones, the, oh shit, I can't remember the other names, but I'm sure some of you already know some of the other names, so if you know, put them in the made beef stew for like, hey, all right, good, hey, nothing wrong with beef stew. Look at everybody joining in over here on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Billy Grand, how you doing? Not me, come on. Today I want to actually make these. The blades, the spinner blades. This is a commercially made one. And just to prove that it can be done, which I'm going to cut one, and then I'm going to see if I can't cut more. Before I came out live, I cut one. Ta-da! Not bad. So if I was to look at, come on, really. If I was to look at this one and that one, they're almost identical. Almost identical. So I do want to do another one of these, and then we'll do a different pattern, like the Colorado pattern. Yes, I'm using tin snips. Not the right tin snips to be using, but we're going to use these anyhow to try to do the same replication of what I just did. Now, if I keep doing these, I will get the right tin snip for these, that I can make all the curvatures, no problems, no nothing, and it cuts it through just like butter. And I hope all of you are actually doing fantastic this morning. This morning's a lot better than the last quite a few other mornings. And after doing that honeydew list, boy, oh boy. And yes, anytime that you deal with some kind of metal like this, especially sheet metal, you have to wear gloves. Because if you don't, you're going to get cut up every time. So, lessons always learned. Wear gloves, wear the protective eyewear, which glasses. I know, it's not the correct one, but hey, they work. I can't count how many times these things have reflected a lot of crap. I know. Quit yakking and get more talking, or quit yakking. Get to work, you work. Yes, I am. It is a little hard to make the turns with these, but it's not saying it's not doable, because it is. And it does take a little bit of time to get used to them. But once you get used to them, anything goes. Okay, all right, let's see. All right, come on, figure it out. There we go. That's the way to do it. Okay. As you see, I got some of it done. Now, I still got a little bit left to cut off, especially right where I made my little marks. Once I get that, not completely perfect. Wait a minute. I know I can round it off. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but you can tell it kind of flattened off. I was saying, ooh, to the spinner blades and beef stew sounds. Oh yeah, I know, right? Like I said, these are not the right ones, but when I do get the right ones, they will come out a whole hell of a lot better. Now I could probably go through and clean that up a little bit more. But when I do get the right tin snips the way they're supposed to be, then yes, most definitely these things will come out like perfect. Because look how old these things are. And I think we've had these damn things, jeez, 15, 20 years, give or take, somewhere right around there. So they may not be all that dang sharp there either. So, you know, we just got to do what we got to do. Shoot. All right, there we go. Now we're getting there. They definitely take some time to get used to. Now it's just coming out all weird. That's actually not too bad though, because it is kind of small compared to that one. That one is a lot smaller, but they can be cut out. See, if I had the right ones, these things come out beautiful. I wouldn't have all the little jagged edges on them or nothing like that. And of course, I had just started doing a lot of this, so hey, absolutely. Exactly, yeah. Oh, hey, no frills. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. We're making a few of these. Not coming out quite right like they're supposed to, because I am using the wrong tin snips. Because these are just regular straight tin snips. These are not the, I guess, left ones. Because they have three different kinds of tin snips. They have the straight ones, where you make straight cuts, which I'm trying to do round cuts with straight tin snips. They also have tin snips that curve to the left, and then tin snips that curve to the right. The ones, since I'm more right-handed, that I would actually want to be cutting this way, to my left, is the ones that I would actually want to be using to cut to the left, because then I would actually be able to make all these little small individual cuts way more cleaner, way more crisper. There won't be no little burrs. I won't have to do no filing. I won't have to do any of that. And that one was actually not too bad compared to that. I mean, that is a lot more closer, but I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. And the reason why I'm doing this, because I do want to make my own blades. And by doing this, I can make a whole bunch of different designs. Not just what's already out there, but have my own ones that I can do. Oh, sorry about that. Those message that was retracted there, dude. I don't know what happened. Hi, how you doing? English only? English. Yes, English. English. And thanks everybody for stopping in over here on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. From Saudi Arabia. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, but English, will you? Come on. I don't know Arabic or whatever the heck that is. I don't know any of that. So since I did that one now here, let's see if I can actually do another one that I can probably do freehand. Let me see what I got to trace on. I don't really have anything. I thought I did. Apparently not. Dang, never. Well, you know, what the hell? Let's just do one. Where's my things? Really? It just had my ain't that a... Okay, that was a good one. We'll do like a little teardrop type of thing. No, not like that. That's going to be the same thing as that one. Yeah. All right, how about we do... I can't draw for shit. Shoot. Hey, how you doing? What is that? I heard it. Heard it. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I have recently cut for 15 grams. Okay, good. All right. That's a 7-pound bush cat. Oh, okay, good. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to hit the like button or double tap the screen. Yeah, I really suck at drawing stuff. See? No, this is not drawing class. Yeah. We'll try that out and then we'll refine it thereafter. I know it looks like crap. I know it does. That's okay though. This is pretty thick too. Oh, we're half getting there. All right, I just need to clean it up a bit, if I can. Ah, dang it. Was doing good. Let me see if I can straighten it out or make it better. Oh, took way too much off. Hey, Yoshi, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, dude. I'm doing good. Trying to replicate what I just did earlier. I'm sure you know what that is. I just don't have the hole in it yet. Those. That's commercially made one. That's a ShowFlies one. Right? Right? That one wasn't too bad. Well, you know. I did another one. And no, I'm not using the right tin snips, no. But I did another one that's a little bit smaller. So that wasn't too bad. That one wasn't too bad. But when I get the right tin snips to actually do these, I'll be cutting these things like, cutting them like butter, boy. It'll be like doing, you know, arts and crafts, but with metal. You know, and if you really truly look at this one, because I did trace it off of this one, if you do look at it, one is behind the other. Let's see. So it is just about almost actually even with it. See, it's just about almost actually even with it, which wasn't too bad. And that was for straight tin snips. That wasn't too bad. But this last one I did really sucked. Yeah, it really sucked. Ah, shoot. That's okay though. We'll see what we can do differently. And all I'm doing is just taking it and just trying to go with the line as much as possible. And of course, you know, the more you use the tin snips, the better you become. The more you use. And the same thing with just like everything else in life. The more practice you have, and if you have the right tools, not doing what I do, that's another thing. If you have the right tools, you'll be able to get the job done. Now, can you actually punch these out? Yes. The reason why I say yes is because I've done it. Mainly off grid, thank you. I appreciate you stopping in, dude. I appreciate all that. And going back to punching them out, yes, you can do it. And the reason why I say that is because I did do it. The same metal, the same thing. They can be punched out. That was done, you know, of course on the other side, but I did that last Friday before I hurt my back. And that one is a full 1-inch round piece. Now I did do another one that didn't come out quite as good, and you can see the little burrs on it, but it still came out. And how I did that was took a piece of metal, took another piece of metal, ground down the edge, because this is not the one I had, but I ground down the edge and I sharpened it on the inside, so this can go through here. And then this was the ending result of doing this, because it was like a punch. You punched it out. You see how it fits right in there, just like that? That's exactly how it actually went. And then this thing just shoved it right on through. And then it went down. But this wasn't the one I actually used. But you can see how it fits in there. I mean, ever so snugly, just fantastic. Yes, that's what I did on the other side with the big vise. I put both of them together and just snapped it right on through. So they can be punched out if I really want to do it, but it takes a little bit more time. I would have to get like an arbor press to do them, but not yet, not yet. I'd rather get a whole entire sheet of this tin, and then get the correct ones to actually cut all this stuff out. And this is pretty thick stuff. This is going to be a lot thicker than it would normally be for anything else. This actually came off of, I don't know if some of you already know, like those, it's like a windmill. It has the whole thing in the center. It was actually a windmill, but they call them mole chasers or gopher chasers. You had 3 of these. So basically, it was like, what, a total of 5 or 6 blades, and it just went around like this, because it was the center piece. But it made vibration into the ground that chased them all away. So they made this out of pretty thick stuff, and I'm cutting that. As you see, they put the little bends in it, so that way when the wind actually caught it, it will actually turn like it's supposed to. Yeah. And this is what I'm using right now. And this has been around for a long time. A very long time. So cutting something that's already been like, you know, it's almost like petrified wood. Trying to do something that's petrified wood like that, holy crap. Shoot. But I'll get better ones. And of course, when I do get the better ones, then, you know, you'll be able to see. I'll be like, what, Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, Edward Scissorhands. I mean, oh shoot. It'd be so much fun. You guys would be so, you'd be like, whoa. Even though I'd be like, whoa. We'd all be, whoa. All of us would be, whoa. This is a little hard to cut, I will admit that. But you gotta wear gloves too, because if you don't, boy, you're gonna be in trouble. You will definitely cut yourself if you don't. So you definitely have to use some kind of gloves. And it's always, you know, better to have some kind of guide to go by too, because if you try to do this freehanded, forget it. That's why I half-assed try to put some kind of markings of some sort on there. It's not the best, but you know, do what you can right at the moment and go with it, right? And also there too is when you don't have a lot of metal, when you have this much metal at the end, like when you're trying to cut that much off, it's a little bit more workable, a little bit more manageable compared to like trying to work with something like this and then trying to cut. That's what these are mainly for. That's why they call them tin snips, because basically just trying to snip as much as you can instead of just, you know, outright cutting everything. They will cut, they will do long cuts, but their main objective is small stuff. And you can get pretty close to what you need to get. Some of these things are really tight, and sometimes you have to use pliers to try to hold it, if the pliers actually work. You know we're getting a little bit better. There we go. Using the tin snips a little bit more, you start to half-ass learn a little bit of stuff. Now, will I have to, like, change my ways of doing things? Hey, Fly Time with, hey, Nimby, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, dude. Appreciate it. I'm experimenting. You're like, experimenting? What the hell is experimenting? Well, experimenting is just what it says, experimenting. Crap. All right, I done messed that one up, so but that actually wasn't too bad. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I know. Okay, good. Don't worry about me. I'm just kind of, you know, twiddling around, doing some things, and trying to make these, the little spinner blades. Bam. I'm getting there. And yes, I just started doing these today. Yes. So you can only imagine, after so much practice, that, yeah, I will become like Edward Scissorhands. So, you know, there's a better one I made earlier. That was before I went live. That was a better one. This doesn't really have too many, like, rough edges or nothing like that. So, you know, that was pretty good. But I do need to get the other ones. But I'm still using these for now until I do get the other ones. But I will tell you one thing, from the time that I just did this one before I went live, from the time I did this one to the time I'm doing this one's way more cleaner. Way more cleaner than what this one is. This one's more rough on the sides. But still, you know, still getting there. So let me see if I can actually kind of smooth that one out at the bottom. You see that little nub or little nipple, little whatever at the let me see if I can smooth that out. Not too bad. It's actually not too bad. So, all right, let go of the glove. There you go. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going back and forth because I got TikTok over here and the YouTube over here. So I'm going back and forth. But yes, see, there's that. And that's my, what, third one? Yeah, that's my third one. And you see how much better they're getting as far as going, you know, to turn this. Now, whenever I have the right ones, then that turn will be way, that turn will be like this. Wait a minute, hold on. I got another pair, hold on. See? That turn would be like that. I mean, they did very good on that. Of course, what they did was they probably punched all these, which I'm doing a freehand of cutting them all. You see, I know you see the little nub right here on the one side. You guys can already see that, but that's what that is in that aspect. And of course, they'll be a lot better at the time that I do the top. Come on, gloves. Come on, fingers. Get in there. Dang, you have it? All right, here we go. Gotta wear gloves. If you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. Hey, there we go. Not quite that great on the top, but hey, you know what? That's something that can definitely do. I can file that down. And if I file it down, it actually probably works out real good. Because I do have a file, which I thought I did over here. Hold on. Nope, not there. Right here. So I do have a file, and can't do much with gloves on, but I won't have to do this much with the other tin snips. Yeah, I won't have to do this much at all. It'll make a nice clean cut all the way through. But I just thought I'd come live and experiment so you guys could see the troubles and tribulations that I would actually go through. Always, like I always say before, my mistakes could always be something that you can learn from. And is that a full mistake? It could be. It could be. Is it still usable? You betcha it is. Hell yeah it is. Absolutely it is. You bet it is. And then all I have to do is go through and set myself up to paint these things. Of course, once they're a lot better than what that is. But when I get done doing them, where they look like almost factory made, and I go through and paint them, these are going to be really, really good. Really, really good. Now, let's see if I could actually... Do I have the other drill in here? No, I don't. Well, that just sucks. That really sucks. Okay, well, I guess not that in that aspect, huh? Yeah, there's hardly no burrs on it now. And you see how clean that actually comes out to be now? Yeah, boy. That's a good thing right there. I do have that little lip right here. See, it's kind of, it goes a little weird. But that is with the straight ones. And honestly, that's not bad for with the straight tin snips. That's really not bad at all. And I do have an angle grinder too, so if I do make some like weird little small odds and end things, I can just take a little angle grinder and then I'm done. I ain't gotta worry about it, but I ain't gonna have that problem later. So I will be going through and making my own things here and there. And yes, this is exactly what I usually do during the wintertime, because during the wintertime, I have all the time in the world to be tinkering around doing odds and end things, because for business-wise, the window covering, I don't get jobs until probably April of next year. Yeah, about April or May of next year. I usually don't get anything, because it's a seasonal thing. You know, you're off all the major holidays. You're off, you know, all winter long, because a lot of times houses and commercial and all that stuff basically doesn't do anything during that time. So from now until then, I do a lot of tinkering. And now since I'm starting to do these, you know, the whole fishing thing, I figured, you know what, I can actually make these as well. And that right there is actually getting to be very good. That right there is just sitting here talking with you guys just for a few minutes here and there. That's actually getting to be very good. Hey! That one I can actually, hey, oh shit. That one. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Now that one I can use as a template. Everything got smoothed off real good. Everything is like beautifully done on it. Yeah, that one I can actually use as a good template. And to have that on, let's say like one of these, that's actually pretty good. That is actually very good. Yeah, that is actually very, very good. I do like that. So yes, I will definitely be making quite a few of these. Very much so. That was actually quite nice. I don't mind a little bit of work, you know, going into them. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it one bit at all. And like I said, if all of you can basically, I guess, learn from my mistakes, so be it. That's sometimes the only way that people can learn is from somebody else. And yes, I know I need to drill a hole in it, which I thought I had a hole. Or I thought I had something that could drill a hole. Not out here right now, no. Oh, shoot. Well, sitting here doing this, I'm actually making the templates for what I need. That's actually a good thing. So, if you like what you see, don't forget, give me likes. And if you haven't, definitely subscribe, because you might see a bunch of these being made all by hand. Be me going through. So, as you see, that one's pretty good. And then the other one that I did that I have not filed down at all is that one. So this one is actually a little bit bigger than this one, which I do kind of like. Now, since I have that one's going to be kind of a nice thing. So, let's file this one down too, so that I can actually have this one as a template as well. So all of you guys already seen, basically in a sense, well, not really in a sense, you guys see me actually make my own template then. Yay for all of you! I do appreciate all of you for stopping by. I really do. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'm glad that you guys stop in to see what I'm doing, check on me. Because I know if you guys don't, who will, right? That's right. Yeah, this one is a little bit on the bent-ish side, but hey, you know what? You can probably barely see it. Yeah, there you go. You can barely see it on the edges. It's kind of bent just a little bit. I mean, I could probably try smoothing some of that out doing this. But it is what it is. And the more I'm doing this, the more I'm refining it as well, too. Thanks, everybody on TikTok for stopping in. I appreciate you guys. Thanks all of you on YouTube for stopping in. I do appreciate you guys for doing that. And no, I'm not looking to like mass produce these things, but for all the ones that I would sell of the inline spinners, yeah, for all the ones that I would sell for the inline spinners, yeah, I definitely want to make my own for that. And now that I know that I can make my own, I think I will. Because remember, I will be able to come paint these any color whatsoever, and or since these are already like a shiny color, I can go through and polish them. And I can polish it to where it's going to be super shiny, just like what this would actually be. You see how shiny that one would be? This would be dang near close to what that would be in the shininess. I mean, it already is almost in a sense. But definitely painting it though. Painting it will make a huge difference. A monstrously huge difference. Whew. Gotta be careful with that file too, because that file will bite you. I know all of you have many choices and many channels and many live things to go see, but y'all still stop in and say hi. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do appreciate that. And even as crummy as that one is and still on the bent-ish side, it's still going to be a good template. Can you even see that? Oh my God, huh? Oh, there you go. Yeah, now you can see it. With my white t-shirt. But all I'm doing is just filing the edges down so that way I can actually use. Hey, Kingfish, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, dude. I'm making spinner blades by hand. There's one. There's another one. That one actually came out really good. That one's nice and flat. This was the first one I did offline. Wasn't bad, wasn't great, but that's the one I did online. That one's even better. That one came out really good. So that's both of them. And this one, I believe, is the same size, or if not a little bit bigger than something like that. And or something like that. See? And then something like that. Mine just don't have the hole yet. That's all it is. No big deal on that one. And that was the first one I did. Of course, when I did it, you know, without learning what I needed to do, it did get kind of bent up. And I am using regular tin snips, not the best kind of tin snips like what's doing. Yes, I am going to be custom painting them. Yes, I am. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing those, because I can completely paint all of them for whatever colors it's going to be. And you've seen some of my colors already, which I got more colors coming already besides those. So there'll be quite a few other colors that I would actually be able to do besides the ones you guys already seen, which is always going to be the most perfect thing that you can do. And I was following this one out because I am going to use this one as the template. That's why when I was doing it, I was like, you know what? Might as well use that as a template, because it does look really good. It actually looks really, really good. And that will actually definitely work considerably, because this one's nice and smooth. There's no burrs on it, no nothing. I ain't going to get cut. I don't have the hole in it yet, but it's nice and straight. There's no bends in it, no nothing. When I get the better ones, they'll always be like this, all of them. Nice and straight, no bends, no nothing like that. Learn from my mistakes. Get the right tools. That's one, but not the right tool to make turns like that. Which I'll probably have to make another one of these. Wait a minute, is that the one I was working on? No, that's the one I was working on. I looked at that and I was like, wait a minute, that looks like hell. That one's better. That's the one. That's the one that actually looks a lot better than the other one. Because I had it up against that one. And, well, you know. You know. Well, yeah, the grinder will actually do good for the edges right now. But when I have the correct tin snips, I will not need the grinder, because the correct tin snips will cut a beautiful cut like that with the right tin snips. I will not need to do anything whatsoever, but just cut it out, drill my hole, paint the things, and put everything together. And I am going to only make them for basically when I sell my, specific spinner baits. Hey, JJ, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, dude. So, being on here, I made the first, template for myself. And yes, doing it like this, I can custom make them any size. It don't matter. I can make it this size. I can make them just a tad bit smaller, half that size. I can make them all the weird different shapes. I can make all kinds of different things. So if for some reason you guys have a shape of some sort, when I get the correct tin snips, you have a special shape, some sizes, let me know, because I will be able to cut them out. I'll be able to cut them out. I'll be able to custom paint them. I'll be able to do whatever it basically needs to be to what your specifications would be in that aspect. And just sitting here for the last, what, 30, 40 minutes? Well, I'm sorry, 55 minutes. Man, time goes by quick. Holy crap. Just in that time, just me starting it today, you can see there's already improvement from the very first one I started to this one. Hell of improvements. Which I'm going to file this one down, and then I'll probably cut another one of these. Because now that I got this one down pat, I'll probably cut another one of these. Shit, you know what? Screw that. Why don't we just cut one now? Right? Why don't we just cut one now? Because once you have one, then you can use it as a template. And just cut it, you know, draw around it. And once you draw around it, then go through and cut it out. And it's always better to start at the end when you're cutting these things, because you're closer to the edge. And these straight tension, you know, I guess TikTok
Kitty,
don't.
you gotta go somewhere where the...
Well, TikTok cut off. Okay, well, whatever. But we'll do another one. Yeah, we'll do another one. This will be fine. This will be fantastic. And this one, I drew or traced off of this one. That's why they're so close in size. They're so stinking close in size, it's not even funny. They're almost like identical in size. See? Yeah, they're almost identical in size. Almost to a T in a sense. So I did do that one, but this little small one, I kind of did freehand. Isn't that crazy? Always the first one that you do freehand is always going to be the best one. But I can still replicate it though. That's the nice thing. And these are only just half-ass shapes for now. Ooh, wait a minute. Gotta have gloves, because if you ain't got gloves, this shit'll bite you. I mean, yeah. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, good enough. But this shit will bite you, and it'll bite you real good. So yes, here's a small one. So bam, just like that. To replicate the other one. 10 snips. Straight ones. And so... You all see? Oh, all right, you guys can half-ass see it. All right, here we go. Trying to half-ass go with the line here. All right, here, let me cut this piece off. Because that piece is getting in my way. Now we got a little bit more, better way of getting to stuff. tedious when you first start out, but just like everything else, isn't it? Once you get going on it, anytime you have a little lip, it's hard too. So, now that we got that, I'm going to take my little pliers. Really? There we go. We'll kind of go around. Come on, there we go. I guess that would be better with the... That is with the straight one. No, if I had the curved one, that actually wouldn't be that bad at all. That really wouldn't be bad. Okay, no worries, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, appreciate it. So that's not too bad. Now I can go through and clean that up a little bit because it is kind of all weird and janky looking, I guess you could say. See the really thin pieces you can actually cut off with these? That's pretty thin. That is actually very thin. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's not bad at all. What does Shrek always say? That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do just fine. So now that that one's better than the other one, I might use that one as a better template. That's a little bit smaller, see it? It's just a little bit smaller, not much. It's just a tad bit smaller. Okay, I did cut out a little too much. That I did do. But between the two, this one is still bigger than that one. Yeah, there you go. You can tell the difference. One's still bigger than the other. So at least I could have two different sizes in that aspect. And it's actually pretty uniform if you really look at it. It's actually not too bad. Well, like I said, I can cut these at any given sizes. So that way I can make them any size you want, any different directions do, which you might me not colors but shapes, because I might make some weird, different looking shapes, some weird, different things. I can make them really big, sizes. So if you got something that's really huge out in the ocean, I could probably definitely do that. And then, shoot, definitely go from there. So actually, let's file this one down. Make all the edges really nice. And of course, as time goes, everything always gets perfected a lot better looking. I just started doing this today, so it's only going to get better from here. If I could do that today, I can imagine how many of these, when I start cutting them all out, how good they're going to look. They're going to look really good. Gotta get a lot of the burrs all off. Now that I'm getting that, and it's making it look pretty good, I can kind of fine tune it to make it look a little bit better, or make it a little bit more symmetrical. Yes, a bench grinder always does do a whole hell of a lot better than this. Yes, 100%. Yes, absolutely. And I have a bench grinder on the other side, but I don't have it on this side. So I figured, you know what, I just use this and go from there. But a bench grinder, make this whole situation, what I'm doing right now, so much more quicker, so much more easier. I would just, and then the other side, and then I'm done. And then go to the next one. Same thing. Go around and do the same thing. The only difference is the cutting out, that's all. Instead, once I get better ones, look how rusted these things are. I've had these damn things for a long time. They're dang, and they still cut. Holy damn. But that right there is, I got a few spots over here. That right there will actually definitely do very good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So, hold that thought. Let me show you what I've already done so far. Let me get me a drink real quick. So just within the last, now hour and 9 minutes. I went through, made like 2 templates, made a 3rd template of those, and then I cut another one. But that's like 3 different, don't count that one because that was all janky and weird and crap. TikTok, I don't know what the hell happened. But those are all janky and weird and crap. And I thought I cut another one. Nope, I didn't. I thought I did. But comparing that to that, that's actually not bad. Mine might be a little bit fatter than what theirs is, especially that top one right here. That one's more like this one, almost the exact same size as that one. And then I got a smaller one, and then I got a really smaller one right here. That one's, like I said, just a janky one, but I did cut 4 of those in just a little over an hour. Again, this was the first day I started doing this, so there is a lot of room for improvement, especially out of all 4 of those. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement, but if you eliminate that one because it's all janky and weird, those 3 are actually pretty damn good. Now, if somebody was to say, well, would you put these on a spinner? Yes, I would. You better believe I would. To what that is, especially like this one, now that, you know, I'm going to have to get things done. The cuts on it now is getting to be so dang good. Which, let me show you what it looks like. Just like that. See it? Come on, light. There we go. It's almost to a T on the sides, but just a little bit shorter. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. Or is it going to be better that way? Well, yeah. Oh, there you go. Hold that thought. Ooh, there we go. See? Just a little bit shorter, but all I have to do is just drill my hole. Oh, there we go. All I have to do is just drill my hole in there. I'm good to go. I thought they actually curved these things a little bit, but there's a ever so slight, and I mean ever so slight bevel in it, which I could probably put the same bevel in there, but I might just barely curve them just a little bit, because right now they are completely straight. I probably won't curve them that much, because all you need is just a little something to, you know, make it flow through the water to actually turn. Not much at all. They almost have a little small curvature in a sense, but not much. But that right there, very nice. So I made 1 good template. I made 2 good templates. Now I need to make a whole lot more. But we'll save that for another time. In the meantime, I'm going to stick with these and keep on making some more of these, which I'm shy on this, so I gotta run to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a bigger sheet, and then get better tin snips. These aren't bad; they weren't too bad. Making these out of the straight ones, that was pretty good. But now I know I can definitely make them. Since I've already done it within a little over an hour, I'm definitely going to get the better tin snips. And then I got to get a bigger sheet of tin. So in the meantime, oh, and also there too is I can melt this. So I don't really have hardly no waste at all. I can definitely melt it. Because I think that this melts at about 500-600. That's why you wear gloves. Because you poke yourself. Holy crap. Damn. So it's either I have the choice of either cutting them or I can punch them. Punching them does give me a curvature already. Just by punching them, because I made the punch myself. And I punched this one myself. You can tell how clean it was. Very nice and clean all the way around the edges. And it's actually super sharp that if for some reason I slide my finger around the edge, I would probably cut myself. These are not that bad because I just went through and I filed them all down. And I used the absolute file. Now I could sharpen these up with this stone and make them super sharp, but I don't need to do that. So you'll be seeing a whole lot of these. You'll be seeing a whole lot, me making a whole bunch of these once I get everything here. And we'll be having a whole bunch of different designs. So until next time, probably later on today, I will see if my back is doing a lot better later on today. Until later on today or tomorrow. Okay, let's just say tomorrow. Till tomorrow. You guys be good. Be good to yourselves. Be good to everybody else. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to everybody else, because you never know who you might run into. And keep things going. Keep your mind active, because you never know what you can make. Especially just doing what you need to do. So until next time, bye.